And I hate to say this, man, but when they made the Donald fight, I didn't really take that fight serious, man. Because, man, this was bad. No, actually, it wasn't that bad, though. He only got beat by Tony and Justin. It seemed much worse at the time for some reason. But it did age worse because over time, he kept getting beat, and it kind of took steam off the Conor McGregor win.
Whereas that's why people don't really respect this fight is because Islam is so dominant.
It doesn't matter who wins anyway, because if Michael Chandler wins, he just gonna lose the next one. Let's be real. He ain't beating Dustin or Justin. And
hey, you know what'd be funny, bro? Stylistically.
What if I eat crow?
Huh?
What if I eat crow and Michael go out there some kind of way and beat him real bad?
Who?
If Michael beat Conor.
No, I was saying Michael stylistically, he don't match up bad against Islam.
In fact, you've been saying that for years.
Of course, Michael is the only one thing.
The cardio.
But his takedown is only good for 2 rounds, though. You know, he gets taken down.
But if he can hit Islam, if you think he can't knock Islam out cold,
it's gonna be a brawl because Islam gonna go out, man.
And one thing about Islam is when he start getting hit, we don't see it often. But when he start getting hit, he do get a little bit wild. Like he kind of got that go out on my shield thing, which is, he's a fighter. He's a fighter's fighter. But that's a dangerous game to play with Michael Chandler because Michael will put something to sleep. If you play into that game, you will go to sleep. But I'm going to tell you something, man. We keep talking about the stand-up, but Michael did start wrestling Tony, and Michael was wrestling Dustin. Hey, is this fight going to be a 5-round fight? Because if it's 3 rounds, Michael actually might win. Like Michael, if he technically, you know what this fight remind me of? You know what this fight remind me of? Lightweight version, a blown up version of Conor versus Chad Mendez. Am I tripping? Dude, this fight just, it's something, I knew that's what this fight reminded me of.
The only thing is, Michael land, man. The fight might be over.
If Chad would have landed, Chad took the fight on a week's notice. So I knew he was done when they even announced it because he was at a disadvantage anyway, stylistically. And then you took the fight on short notice, and then you don't have the best cardio. That fight was over. And then at the weigh-ins, half of Ireland was at the weigh-ins. He was down too much. But he did do good for a little bit.
Also, it seems like Conor is fighting the weakest person out the top 5.
Which lets us know a lot.
Because I take Jalen Turner over Michael Chandler, man. The way he been looking as of late, and just Jalen take down the fence.
I don't know, man. The people who beat Michael were former champions or former title challengers. These wasn't.
But I'm saying it seems like they cherry picked an opponent for Conor.
Oh, they 100%.
Raphael, Fiziev, Gamrot, Sarukian, RDA.
Well, none of them have a name. Like they don't have the name or the stock. But even then, there's still 2 people that he still could have fought: Dustin and Justin. But you know what? They could have planned this, like you said. They fight for the BMF belt. Whoever wins, the fight Conor.
Is Michael like what's it called? Like a easy fight? What's it called?
It's called a sheep to the slaughter.
Oh yeah.
Easy money. Come on.
That's what that is. That's chicken feed. You throwing it out for Conor to eat. I hate to say that. Don't disrespect. Because don't get me wrong. If Michael lands on Conor, it's definitely over. But you know, for the main point of the conversation, does the UFC need Conor? I think that the fact that they gave him an opponent like Michael, it kind of shows that they may not necessarily need him, but he is an invaluable addition to the UFC roster when he's active. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that sums it up. Like, they need him, but they don't just need him to be backstage, shadow boxing in suits. And shaking everybody's hand and doing the Hollywood thing. That's cool. That's great. But we need you in the octagon, and we need you to be winning. And we need you to be in the rankings.
After this fight, Conor needs to retire. This is the perfect time to retire. This is the perfect time.
Because he might rack up a bunch of L's, unnecessary L's, if he keep fighting at this point. Because
I say maybe get a title shot, man. Because who's to say?
You got to give him a chance, just a punch chance.
Yeah, man. Because even when Habib took him down, he had to hold on to his leg for like 2 minutes.
And to be fair, you know.
And sometimes Islam, like he strikes a little bit more than what he's supposed to. So they might give Conor a chance. The only thing is, if he get hurt, he probably still gonna take Conor down.
But look at how Khabib had to fight for those takedowns. Does Islam have that in him like that? And then the difference is Islam showed a bunch of weakness in that last fight. Not weakness, because Volkanovski was on a 20-fight win streak, and just because Volkanovski did it doesn't mean that it was weakness. But look at what Volkanovski, look at just the the cloud that's over Islam now, even though people are forgetting that Volkanovski was the pound for pound at the time, there's still a cloud over him because people don't agree with that decision. So this might be the time to give Conor that Islam fight.
And their round with Islam, was it the 4th round when Islam was on top of Volk and he took his back and he wasn't going to do nothing? He would have finished Conor McGregor right then.
Unfortunately, I see what you mean.
We talking about even if Conor would have won the first 2 rounds 10-8, that means Islam would have came back in the 3rd or 4th round and just finished.
But even if he didn't submit him, he would have tired him out, and we know once Conor gets tired, that's game over. But you think Conor been working on the cardio?
I don't think he worked on that, man.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't gain more muscle. It's probably worse.
You're right.
All the muscles from 185.
What weight class is this fight taking place at, man?
They say it's going to be welterweight. That's what it's rumored to be.
Oh, my goodness.